Thanks for dialing in, guys. We're going to talk about uh, the demo of the tool and then also talk about uh, a quick glance of the Chrome extension. By the way, Chrome extension uh, is now up and running, and you guys will get a early access to Chrome extension very soon, like in this week, in the next couple of days. So yeah, perfect. So on the Scalenut app, we there are basically on the SaaS side there are uh, two modules. One is AI copywriter and one is SEO assistant. AI copywriter is basically short form content written by AI. There are close to 40 use cases here in the short form content, ranging from e-commerce like product descriptions, product reviews and review responders, question and answers like Quora answers, copywriting around blog and landing pages, marketing copies like frameworks before, after, IDA, and then there are ad copies, and then email writing, right, which is subject lines and sales email generators. So that's the you know uh, the use cases that we cover today. I'll maybe take an example, or let me do this way. I'll sort of take this example around templates in the SEO assistant, where I'll be able to showcase. So without any ado, I'll move to the next module, which is SEO assistant, right? Here, what we do is primarily provide intelligence around SEO research, and then also help you write a specific content with AI, right? Let me show you how this works, right? So let's say I'm a company, which makes tea, and I want to rank for a keyword called green tea benefits, right? And I want to rank for. You can also add the geography here, right? Where you would want to rank, and it goes to the nth level. For example, in US, right, it goes to the state, sometimes at the pin code level as well. So for right now, I'll take US as the country, and then create the hit button, which is create report. It takes like a minute to create this report, but what we do under the hood is scrape top 30 URLs for this specific keyword, let's say green tea benefits, for which I want to rank on Google. Run natural language algorithms on done natural language uh, NLP algorithms on the 30 blogs, extract entities, and then see how they are present in the top blogs. Also do social listening from Quora, Reddit, and people also ask, and then present all of this to you in a fairly structured report for you to consume. With this report, you can also make a brief about the topic, and then going to the editor, then you can also make start producing content around the topic. So now the green tea benefits is the report is ready. I'll just open the report here. Oh, great. So it talks about overview. It talks about NLP terms, competition, LSI themes, key questions, citations, and outlines. I'll maybe go through them one by one. So first is the top page statistics. It talks about the it shows you how the top ranking articles are stacked. So it shows you statistics around top 10, 11 to 20, and 21 to 30. It talks about the content grade. This is a proprietary grade given by Scalenut, and it directly correlates to Google ranks when we checked on uh, the large data set. The H tags, which are basically the number of subheadings, and then readability. What's the kind of readability these articles have? Number of images on an average, and the average word count as well. Now I come to the NLP terms. Now this is basically the heart and soul of this report, as I always mention. Uh, so what actually Google does is Google makes a knowledge graph of this specific topic, let's say green tea benefits, and then it figures out what are the related topics uh, to green tea benefits, and The availability of related topics in the articles basically tells Google that the article is comprehensive in nature, that talks about not just green tea benefits but also allied topics, and hence it is comprehensive in nature. Uh, and your chances of ranking becomes higher. So as I mentioned earlier as well, we scrape top 30 URLs. We do natural language processing algorithms on them, and then extract key entities and then show you, hey, these are the entities or topics you should definitely cover in an article to make it comprehensive. Look at the list of these. These are not just Google related topics, right? For example, catechins, EGCG, uh, then it talks about theanine and so on, right? Now one can also figure out, one can also like think about, let me also see how, okay, you talk about catechins, right? But how is catechins used in the articles, right? So if you click on the blurb icon here, you'll see how catechin is being used in rank number 1, 2, 3, and so on, right? And clearly it is as important the because of this being used in so many articles, right? This is the importance that we show. If you, let's also look at caffeine, right? It also shows the subheadings which have been made using caffeine, where caffeine is used. So you can also use some of these subheadings uh, in your article to make it richer and make it comprehensive. Google loves comprehensive stuff and higher the probability for it to rank. Next is competition. It's basically the 30 URLs, top 30 URLs on Google, and minute details of these topics, right? Word count, readability, grade, images, headings. And you can also read this article clicking here. Don't need to basically shift to a separate tab, but rather just read here or do a quick glance if you want to. So this is the competition, right? These are LSI themes, right? You could, like, when you search on Google, then you in the bottom you see what are the related keywords, right? Adding these also sort of makes your article more comprehensive. Next is questions, right? This is very interesting. One of my favorite sections here. You see the questions are being pulled out from Quora, from sorry Reddit, from Google. People also ask, and then Quora, right? And very important to include these in your article. The reason is these are the questions which people are looking for. People are looking answers for at various social websites, right? So when you answer these questions, there is a probability that you get into featured snippets on Google, and uh, having featured in featured snippets would mean you organically have number one, right? You are ranked number one above the first article as well. So very important to include these. Next is citations. This is basically outbound links cited in the top articles. So for example, ncbi.nlm is cited 256 times in 30 articles, right? You can also drill down this one if you want to look at how these 256 links, what are the links and what's the source, and anchor text as well for some of them. Great. I'll move to the next topic, which is basically outlines. Now this is super interesting, right? It gives you outlines of all the top 30 articles of whatever the H1s, what are the H2s, H3s, and so on for the top ranking articles. So the activity that you have to, the activity that you would do going on Google, spending time on a few articles, reading them, understanding what's the outline, you get to see it in a glance, right? Very interestingly, I can use a lot of it in building my content brief as well. So for example, I like this. Okay, it's get added here on the right. I want to add benefits as well. Okay, okay, like this, like this. Okay, okay, I want to add this. How about matcha tea? Let me add some questions as well. Side effects of green tea. Okay, cool. So yeah, here I've added headings. I can also sort of edit them by double clicking. I just want to remove this number 3 from here. Just click outside and it's done. I can also add notes. Talk about weight loss. Okay, this one. Awesome. And I can also delete, right? I can also move these up and down. So change the sequence of these headings. Similarly with questions as well. I can also add citation themes and add additional notes. Okay, awesome. So that's the sort of content brief which we have created, right? Now we'll move to the more interesting part, which is actually creation of article using some of this information. So this is the toggle between report and editor. So now we have moved to the editor part to to write an article. The first thing I'll do is I'll create a title. Okay. So this is also the short form tool, guys, which which you can access through Copywriter or here as well, right? Okay. So here are the benefits. Here are the titles which are generated. Please mark thumbs up or thumbs down. Will give us feedback to improve or use the good data for training the AI again. So I like this one, top 10 articles. So just add plus sign here and get added to the editor. Perfect. I'll then write a introduction paragraph, right? Let me make this H1. Okay, awesome. Again, I go to templates, write an introduction paragraph. Let me rather put the topic this. Okay. Okay, awesome. The first one is pretty bang on. Great. What I can also do is I can also import the content brief which I sort of made earlier, and the ones the topics that I had sort of put in have been pasted now. Now I can start creating content one by one, right? By the way, if you don't want to create content on your own, you can sort of just give me a second. This zoom bar is sort of troubling me. So yeah, you can also share the article here in case you're working with freelancers or virtual assistants. You can also provide a read-only or write-only access. Just copy and share with them. Great. On the right side, so there are 3 tabs here, right? NLP, which we saw earlier, competition and questions. So you see NLP terms now. You can also see the typical usage, what is being used with the competitor, and then the current usage which is there in your article. With the blurb sign, again, you can go and see the context being used, and also using the AI button, you can also generate text, a paragraph where this specific NLP term is concerned. Let's start writing the article, and we'll keep exploring on how to use some of these tools. Okay, so we start writing it. Okay, so let's say this is the first one. I'll just click the right button and start writing. Yeah, before doing this, here is AI settings, very, very important. Uh, you can set the output length as short, medium, long. I'll keep medium for now. You can also change the creativity. Add the context on off if you want to provide context on what to write and the keywords to include. And then, very interesting, prioritize NLP terms. Now, what this does is it nudges the AI to start using the NLP terms in the content, right? Uh, which will help you to use the NLP terms in the right way without force fitting while being nudging the AI to use these, right? I generally keep it on when I'm writing a blog, so I'll just update this one. Cool, great. So I'll keep writing, let's say. Okay. Okay, maybe I'll move this. I'll move to the second one, which is right. I'll again do right. So yeah, you can basically keep moving, down and keep writing. So see, we've already moved from score F to score D. We've already created a word count of 370, and this is the readability. So readability, we're doing better. So that's fine.
I really like it,
Great.
and
I'll
it's
also.
impressive that once it completed the point number two, it automatically detected, hey, there's a sequence, and I should write about point number three. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Saurabh, are there any questions which would want to cover,
not
Saurabh?
really, not not at this point. There were a couple of them. I have answered them.
Okay, sounds good. Great. So yeah, this is one. You can also write instruct, right? So for example, you can. I also tell you how to write instruct. So for example, I want to write about this. What are the side effects of green tea? Now I'll just press instruct and starts writing the answer to this question as well. Perfect. Uh, I can also then I can on the right side NLP terms I can sort them to be unused for unused and for heading presence, right? Let me sort it with unused. I generally keep this as sorted. Now talk about inflammation, right? Let's say I'll just click this. Oh, perfect. So this is already talking about inflammation, right? Great. So let's say I want to put the fourth number as, uh, you know, reduction in. So this point sort of becomes relevant, right? Great. I can see we've already moved from grade F to C. So that's awesome. So this is on the NLP terms. Uh, you can also use competition here. You can read the outlines. You can also read any of the subheadings and their content in detail. And let's say you want to write about, let's say I want to write about may reduce bad breath. I'll just click here. Okay, so it starts writing about bad breath as well. Perfect. So that's how you can also sort of paste the complete outline of the article here and also read the article here without moving on to any other tab, let's say. So this is the competition one. Questions are very interesting. Just one click answers to the questions, right? So let's say I want to answer this one. How can I use green tea to lose weight? Uh, and starts writing here. Perfect. This is one of my favorite areas to use as far as creating content is concerned. And as I mentioned, right, answering questions will help you to get to featured snippets as well. Great. So this is the right part. On the above, you can, in case you want to, so for example, I want to write more about this sentence, I can use connectors. Right? So it gives you ideas on if you want to write more or if you want to create a contrast. Let's say I want to create a contrast here. Perfect. So see, it's sort of talked about after using however, it is sort of given the contrast as well. You can also use AI operators here, talking about questions, topics, outline, summarize, and conclusion of the content. Next is next part, is let's say SERP ideas, right? So I also want to see sometimes AI throws data which is not factually correct. So let's say I want to see weight loss due to green tea. How much weight loss can green tea do? And I want to get like factual answers about it, right? So I just press weight loss here. Best is to use SERP ideas for topics where you want to get factual answers or data, right? Okay, so it talks about a study. It talks about how many cups you should have to create a weight loss, etc. Let's say I want to write about this, so I just click write about this and start writing this. See, so this is a fact, right? I want to do a small study including 10 men, and drinking 2 to 3 cups of green tea will help you. So this is a fact which is in the top ranking articles of SERP, right? So that's how it gives more credibility to the article when you write these, right? When you use these facts. You can also, so that's the overview of the AI part. You can also import
What
an
is
article here in case.
what is most relevant here to understand that within 10ish minutes, probably less than 10 minutes of writing, you have been able to write almost 700 words with the content grade already at C. Uh, that is something which is quite phenomenal. While the AI suggests that you should write about 1700 words, but at this pace, maybe it would take another 10-15 minutes, and you'll be able to write a rankable article. That's the true power of combining SEO and AI bits. Yeah, please go ahead,
Yeah,
Gaurav. Yeah.
no, very well said. So yeah, you can also import an article. Very big use cases that you want to optimize an existing article. So just enter a URL here, and your blog basically populates in the editor. You know the content grade, and you know what needs to be done. You can also export these as PDF, HTML, or a doc file here. And you can also add multimedia. Let's say I want to add green tea images. Perfect. Okay, I like this. Awesome. So this gets added, right? And you can make like the complete article with multimedia and everything here. I've not done formatting. It's best to sort of do quick formatting as well. So you can do like the complete formatting, then send it out as an HTML or copy paste anyway for usage. Great. So I think that's from my side, guys. A very quick overview of the complete tool. I'll take a pause for any questions here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saurabh,
So
do we have any
yeah,
questions?
yeah. At the moment, I think we just got one. Okay, so Mal wants to talk about AI connectors, when and why to use them, what the differences are. Uh, yeah, maybe Gaurav can talk about it and show it on the screen again. But typically, the idea is, it's more of an indicative feature where we give you an option that, okay, here's the content. This is the way you want to now progress on the content. You want to add on to more points, give a contrasting element to the content. At times, you want to summarize it and end the paragraph. So, things like that. But yeah, we can take up some examples here, uh, maybe with
Yeah.
somewhere, and
So let's
try
say
something.
yeah. Let's say I want to add more to this, right? So I'll just write more over.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
also use a
Good.
Scalenut blinder here. uh, I don't know if we covered it in this session today.
No, I didn't cover actually. Yeah, I'll cover.
Yeah. So
So
yeah.
there's something called Scalenut Blinder, guys. So you know what happened here? It started writing about number five because it follows a pattern and understands, hey, this is because number four, and hence it starts writing about number five. So what I will do is I'll put a three hash here, which is a kind of blinder. And if you put a triple hash, then AI does not read above. So AI starts reading from R, right? From reduction in information. And now if I sort of use the uh, same connector, it will perhaps not move to number five because it actually does not know that this is number four. So yeah, so this time it is, not moved to number five as such. So that's you can also sort of click on I here, which shows keyboard shortcuts and also talks about Scalenut Blinder, and also is a link to go to guides in case, you want to refer to something.
Yeah, hope this answers. Uh, yeah, yeah. So welcome, Al. For people who are already using the platform, you might see the instruct button also coming back. So we took out the instruct button a few days back. Wanted The idea was to merge both write and instruct operations. But what happened was, we realized that these both operations are different. They both need different AI models to work on. So the instruct button, by the way, is back now. We just relaunched it before the webinar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Great. Should we also sort of go through the Chrome extension quickly?
Oh yeah, yeah. Why not? I'm not sure if anybody noticed the Scalenut extension on the top, which is sitting next to Grammarly on the top address bar. Uh, this is something
Yeah.
which is, yeah, yeah. Why don't you talk about it? Yeah.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead. I'll add.
Yeah. So I just wanted to tell you like current state of things for people who are returning back from old sessions. We started giving out beta access, and in case you have already applied for a beta access on Chrome extension, expect it in the next few days. Within this week, mostly, we are trying to complete the whole of waitlist so that everybody who has applied should get the access. We're getting some amazing feedback on it and constantly iterating on it. Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead, Gaurav.
Okay, great. So I'm just using the Gmail editor for using the Chrome extension right now. Uh, Here it is, and so I'm just like, let me take an example of write an email to Sora for reminding about the webinar. Let's say I'll just click command here, which is basically I'm telling AI to uh, give a command to write about the email, and that's how it sort of, let me, sorry, do it again. Yeah. Yeah, see, I'll just click here and it gets inserted as well. Perfect.
Wow.
So this is about writing the this is the command use case, right? I'll show some other use cases as well. Like, okay. Oops. Okay, I have to write more characters. Let's say I want to write, I'm a company which makes coconut oil and I want to write social media posts around it. I'll go to templates and write a social media. Click on the social media post and you will sort of get the social media posts list here. Go to Facebook and just you can type in on the Facebook editor and use this right away.
By the way, it works on all the social media platforms in Chrome. So we're just using Gmail as a reference point. But if you are on Facebook and you just write this
Absolutely.
virgin coconut oil for hair and skin and then use Scalenut Chrome extension, you'll be able to use it within Facebook itself. And that, I believe, is the true power of Chrome extension. It's one step ahead from using a Scalenut app, and it just brings Scalenut in each and every application you're using on your browser.
Okay. I just want to show another use case. Let's say I want to sort of complete this, right? Let me rerun this. Okay. And just basically gives you ideas of what you can write ahead, right? Maybe this is not the best use case, but maybe we can use this as well, right? Yeah, let me use this one. Complete. You can also use paraphrasing here. Oh yeah, this came out very well. So you can also use paraphrasing here, right? Rephrase. And then there are various templates about writing an email. Okay, so it's basically paraphrase, right? You can also use various templates about writing an email, social media, answering a question, responding to a review, Facebook headline, primary text, and video titles. We'll keep adding more, but this is the initial list of use cases. Yeah. So, do you want me to cover any other use case? I'll perhaps cover another use case on email, right? The template one. Yeah, you want to add anything, sir?
No, just go ahead. Oh, are you asking me to?
Okay.
Oh, I was answering questions, so I didn't get.
Okay.
Is this for
Give me
the
an
email?
example of writing an email, no? Give me an
Yeah.
example.
So maybe let's write an email to the HR manager asking for appraisal
Mhm.
and mention top performance in last quarter. I would really, want a good appraisal, by the way. Yeah, let's see how it comes out. I might use it as well.
I'll select these 3 points and I'll sort of go to templates and email. Let's see what it throws.
Oh, nice.
Oh, great. Yeah. It's given like the right subject also. Request
Yeah.
for appraisal.
Yeah. Yeah. Rishabh is asking what are the other possibilities with command option? See, you can ask any sort of question to our AI using command. I would probably ask what is the meaning of life in today's world, and it will probably give you an answer. You know, uh, yeah. Let's just do this random experiment.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Spent, yeah, moments spent with loved ones. Why not? Yeah. So Rishabh, use command as your personal assistant. You ask the command AI any question, and it's very similar to what we have in instruct, the instruct button on the editor. It's very similar to that.
That's right.
Yeah. So Jermaine, the reason we don't have all the options coming up directly is we don't want to be very intrusive. At times you're selecting text to make it probably bold, or you're selecting text to make it a headline or add an hyperlink there. If every time we have the complete menu popping up, it just becomes very irritating. Not every time you will want to use Scalenut, so it just gives you a light simple blob, and if you want to use it, it's a simple click away. Keeps it very clean and neat. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thanks. You got the point. Yeah. So there was a question from Walt Gaurav. He's talking about. Let me
Mhm.
read his question. Yeah, can you go over how credits work in the various plans? What does short form content mean? Uh, so maybe Gaurav, if you have the screen share on, maybe we just open the pricing page and talk about the various plans here. Uh,
Oh, yeah, why not? Absolutely.
it will be easier. So I asked him that we'll do it. Uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and Zach resonates with what I just said about Chrome extension. Great. Yeah. So for people who are not looking to write a lot, we have got a free plan. We are not trying to charge everybody here. The free plan has decent quota, which is 2,000 short form words, 2,000 long form words. All AI tools are available in the free forever plan for the short form, and we also can create two SEO documents or two reports, like the one which Gaurav created, which was the green tea report, right? You can create two, and this quota refreshes every month when you're signed in. uh, what exactly is meant by short form is the templates or the use cases which you see in the AI copywriter. Those are the short form use cases, and everything else in the editor is long form. So that's a very clear and simple distinction. Anything to do with the templates which are also there in AI copywriter are your short form AI words, where you are giving a specific brand and similar input and trying to get an output out of it. Long form is the more open ended output which you use in the editor. Now, the good thing is, on all our paid plans, we are at the moment, and this thing is probably going to go away. So, if you are looking to buy a plan, do it now, and that's my personal suggestion. Right now, as an introductory offer, we are offering unlimited short form AI words, right? What exactly that means is there is no practical limits to the number of words you want to generate. You don't have to think, hey, this is my monthly quota and this is how I should use them. There is absolutely no limit on short form AI words in all our plans, be it individual, growth, and pro. So that's the same thing.
Yeah.
In case you intend to use the report feature, which is super helpful for people writing for web, the SEO stuff, then you start choosing between individual growth and the pro plans. So it starts with 5 documents in the basic plan, which is called the individual plan. But if you go to the pro plan, again, they're offering unlimited SEO documents at this moment. On our pro plan, there is no limit on long form AI words as well. And as you go up we have all the extended features opened up. Be it if you scroll down, Gaurav, we've also got paraphrasing, we've got SERP ideas and facts, we've got collaboration on the top two plans. So if you are intending to use it for your teams, I think the top plan makes most sense because you can add additional users at a very economical price, and you have practically no limits. It's unlimited on the top plan. Yeah,
That's right.
I hope this gives idea on the pricing. If there are more questions, happy to take them. Uh,
Yeah.
Mal, there are no differences really in the command function in Chrome and Instruct on the application. It both are trained to respond to your questions. Both are trained to respond to your questions. Yeah. Thanks, Mal. Okay, so happy to take any more questions at this point. Okay, let's wait for another couple of minutes. Rakesh, I didn't really get your question. Is it same for growth one-time deal? I've got it. What is same? Can you just elaborate on the question? Hey Parvesh, how are you? By the way, we looked Parvesh into your use case, the email one. Got the team working on it. There's a good news and a bad news for you both. And bad news is not going to remain bad for a long time. The good news here is that we feel that we can attend to your question, your requirement, but
Saurabh, just for everyone's benefit, just tell the question as well.
oh yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, so Parvesh has been asking for this use case, and it's one of the high rated request on our feedback page also, to get email request for backlinks for a particular blog. Now, the best way to solve this, Parvesh, is to get the summary of blog first, use that in the email while it's going out. So the stuff which is happening in the background is that we're working on summarization, right? We are doing research on how best to get the summary of blogs, and once that is done, it was going to be a very easy task on Scalenut platform to create those emails. Cool. Rakesh, I'll have to quickly check and get back to you on what the growth plan on pitch ground was. I assume that to be plan C on the pitch ground, and I'm going to come back on it. Yeah. Zach, the Chrome extension is going to be on the Chrome store, but what you can do for now is you can apply to be a initial beta tester. You can get beta access to Chrome extension.
Yeah.
Let me find the link for you. Give me a second. I think Mohammed Yusuf also has this question: when will we be able to use extension for our website? Let me just quickly find the link where you can register to be a beta tester, and I'll share it with you. Just give me a second. Yeah, guys. So this is the link. I have added it in the chat. You can just register here, and you can expect the access provided to you in the next few days. Zach, I hope this answers. And Mohammed Yusuf, yeah, I'll just add it here as well. Cool. There's a question, an interesting one. How do you suggest rewriting entire articles or posts? Gaurav, do you want to take it? I have some ideas, or I can throw light on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So Tim, as such, there is no shortcut available right now, and the keyword is right now in Scalenut. We are contemplating a new feature, but I can't reveal any more details than that, where you would be able to rewrite pieces of text. We've got rephrase option within Scalenut already. It's in beta right now, where you can select up to 3 sentences and you can rewrite it. But when it comes to long posts, the way we have been trying it internally is that you use command mode, the instruct button, try to fetch key points from every paragraph and then ask the AI to rewrite it. So practically what you are doing is you are splitting the whole article into, let's say 5 or 6 paragraphs. You try to get key points from every paragraph, use the command mode and blinders. Yes, there is no easy way to do it right now, but when we try this internally, it can be, really useful. Select a paragraph and use a command saying what are the key points being discussed in above text. Once you get that, then you use the command mode again and try to expand on those. uh, that's probably one way of doing it. I wouldn't recommend using rephrase option again and again on every sentence. That's going to be, very time consuming. But yeah, a smarter way to do it right now using Scalenut AI is just try to extract key points, uh, and that would probably, help it out.
Yeah. No, that's helpful, Saurabh. Yeah.
Cool.
Great. I think we don't have any more questions, so perhaps we'll call it off.
Thank you so much for your time,
But
guys.
thanks, guys. You've been a lovely audience. So thanks for your time. Bye. Take care.
Thanks, guys. Bye bye.